It was believed that atom was the smallest indivisible building block of matter, but later on it was found out that there were even smaller particles within the atom. The ones which were discovered during that time were protons, which were positively charged, neutrons, which were neutral, and electrons, which were negatively charged. But now the question arises, how are the subatomic particles arranged within the atom to form the atom? Many tried to answer this question. One of them was J.J Thomson. He was the one who discovered electrons. According to him, an atom consists of a positive base on which negative particles, that is the electrons, are embedded like raisins on a pudding or chocolate chips on a chocolate cookie. This made the atom to be neutral, and this model was called the plum pudding model. These atoms then collected together to form the matter. But many were skeptical about this idea, and one of them was Ernest Rutherford. Rutherford had bombarded alpha particles on a mica sheet, and the evidence he got were contradictory to the plum pudding model. Alpha particles are positively charged particles having 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Basically, they are helium nuclei. To confirm his doubt, Ernest Rutherford called upon 2 of his PhD students, Geiger and Ernest Marden. Geiger and Ernest Marden, as requested by Rutherford, established and set up a very meticulous experiment called the gold foil experiment. For this experiment, they used an alpha particle source, a very thin gold foil. It was believed that this gold foil was only a few atoms thick, surrounded by a photographic plate. When the alpha particle hit this photographic plate, it would leave a black spot at that particular point. So, what was the result of this experiment? The result was surprising, as most of the alpha particle passed through the gold foil as if it did not exist at all. There were a few alpha particles which deflected a little bit while passing through, and a very small amount reflected off with angles greater than 90 degrees. But this did not make sense. If an atom was supposed to be as Thomson described, this should not be the result seen. So how do we explain this? Rutherford explained it in the following manner. According to Rutherford, as most of the alpha particle passed through without facing any deviation, suggested to him that atom had a lot of empty space within. As a very tiny amount of alpha particle reflected off, it gave him an idea that most of the mass of the atom is focused and concentrated in a very small region we call nucleus. And as a few alpha particles deflected off, gave him the understanding that this small tiny region has to be positively charged to reflect off the alpha particle. Later on, Niels Bohr added that electron being negatively charged would probably revolve around this positively charged nucleus. This established the Rutherford-Bohr's model of atom.